In Alaska, there's a lake called Isia Lake. One day, this pilot flies overhead and notices that this lake is bubbling like a jacuzzi. So, local geologists tested the water and found it is so high in methane. This lake is belching out 10 tons of methane every single day. That is the highest methane seep ever found by humans in the Arctic. Now, here's where it gets interesting. A very brave scientist decides to dive into the lake to see where the source of the methane is coming from. Now, the lake, since it was formed, has been very flat and very shallow at 3 feet deep maximum. But today, the lake is flat, and then it just drops. There is a massive hole in the lake floor that wasn't there before, from which the methane is bubbling out. A sonar scan showed that the hole was 50 feet deep.
Why did I just learn that shark skin is made up of tiny, teeth-like scales? Like, literally teeth, and is made up of the same material as human teeth. So they're like one of those pillows that feel smooth in one direction and rough in the opposite. Hence why these are called dermal denticles, literally teeth skin. If you were to somehow accidentally pet a shark in the wrong direction, it would feel like getting a bunch of tiny paper cuts. And if you really handled them wrong, it can pull skin off. TLDR, do not rub a shark the wrong way. On that note, scientists believe that the evolutionary basis of human teeth may have come from shark teeth and their teeth-like scales, because dermal denticles come from the same embryonic cells as human teeth. That would be very cool. Anyways, follow me for more if you like deep dives into science and history.
After you die, your brain continues to work for more than 10 minutes despite having a functionally dead heart. Your brain will continue to work. In fact, it might be the last part of your body to die. When doctors turned off life support for terminal patients declared clinically dead, the brain appeared to be active for more than 10 minutes. And when they scanned electroencephalographic EEG recordings in these individuals, they found striking differences between each one of them. This probably means that every one of us will go through a unique experience when we die. Moments before death, your brain receives a surge of electricity. No one knows why it happens. Even after your breathing and heartbeat stop, you are still conscious for about 2 to 20 seconds. This is because the cerebral cortex can last without oxygen. This part of the brain is responsible for thinking and decision-making. It's also responsible for converting the information gathered by our senses into actions. If you drink too much water, the excess will fill up your stomach and get absorbed into your bloodstream. This can eventually cause your brain cells to swell up, which pushes your brain into your skull and increases the pressure. And depending on your size, if you drink around 6 liters of water in a few hours, your brain would swell up so much that you could go into a coma and die. Please subscribe for more. A snake will rub its face on a rough object to start shedding its skin. This will begin to turn the old skin inside out so that the snake can wriggle free. Underneath, the new skin has already formed, including over the snake's eyes. A milky layer of fluid fills the space between the old eye caps and the new ones, making the snake partially blind. But when the snake sheds its old skin, its sight is restored.
I don't know if you knew this, but microphones are modeled after the human ear and are shaped like the human head. But that is all changing after a team of mechanical engineers from Binghamton University created a microphone modeled after a creature that doesn't have any ears at all. Spiders don't have sound organs. Sound causes spider webs to vibrate, so spiders simply sense sound through their web. So the Binghamton team decided to test if airflow mice could be a real thing. They took local bridge spiders and used a vibrometer to record how their webs responded to different frequencies. The bridge spiders' webs picked up frequencies from all the way to 50 kilohertz. For context, the average human can hear from 20 hertz to 20 kilohertz. So the spider web's range was much bigger, and the frequency response was basically perfect. The tinier the mic, the more sensitive it becomes to background noise, which tends to drown out the actual desired sound. Ron Miles, one of the Emmys on the team, aptly said, "If you want to make something small, you've got to find out how the small animals do it, because they have millions of years of evolutionary R&D.
This is why you need to mark your calendars for April 13th, 2029. It's going to be out of this world. The asteroid Apophis is making a spectacularly close flyby to Earth. Imagine this. It'll be 10 times closer than the Moon. That's even closer than some of our satellites. So close, in fact, that from certain parts of the world, you'll be able to see it with the naked eye. But hold on, there's more. As Apophis swings by, Earth's gravity will give it a little tug. This gravitational dance might alter its course, sending it through what's called a gravitational keyhole. Now, before you start imagining Armageddon, know this. A potential impact in 2068 is incredibly unlikely. Instead, let's embrace this cosmic visitor. Apophis's close approach in 2029 gives us a unique chance to study an asteroid up close. So get ready to look up and marvel at this celestial spectacle.
A huge paleontological find in Brazil. A 233-million-year-old dinosaur fossil was discovered in May 2024 near São João do Polocine after heavy rains caused landslides. The almost complete 2.5-meter-long fossil, likely from the Herrerasauridae family, gives us important clues about early dinosaur evolution during the Triassic period. Researchers are studying it to see if it's a new species, but the landslides are putting it at risk.
Right in the center of the thumb, we're going to pinch it. Pinch both sides. Pinch it hard together. Back and forth. Pinch and release. Good. For about 20 seconds. Keep doing it. Some of you may feel some changes as you do this back in the nasal region. Okay? Now, after 20 seconds, you're going to take these same two fingers, and I want you to squeeze the side part of the nail bed. Just like this. You're going to squeeze it together. Just like this. Okay, you're going to squeeze it, and you're going to hold that point. Go ahead. Just hold it. And you're going to hold it anywhere from 30 seconds to a minute. And as you hold it, right now, I'm starting to feel changes behind my nasal area. I feel it opening up. I can feel my sinuses open up. I can feel myself breathing better, but I'm feeling pressure relieving back in my sinus area. This is stimulating the pituitary gland right there.
Oh my. Okay, that is one of the coolest things I've ever seen.
Ghost. You can pick it up. I trust you. It's like a
It really is too cool, man. Look at it.
A new type of oxygen has been found. Let me explain. Okay, I hate to bring you guys back to elementary school, but we all know how oxygen is made through photosynthesis, right? And forever we only thought that oxygen could be produced by sunlight. That's until this week. Because 13,000 feet under the sea, where no light reaches, scientists discovered these lumps of metal on the seafloor known as nodules, where they were producing oxygen out of seawater through a chemical reaction without any sunlight needed. And scientists called it dark oxygen. But now, of course, people are already making theories about this. The less serious theory is, this is how Bikini Bottom was able to stay alive underwater for so long. And the more serious theory is, researchers believe that this process could be happening on other moons and planets as well.